Hey guys, it's Imani Ry'Onne, and today, or tonight I guess, because it is currently 7:38 at night, and I am going to be showing you guys how to make a quick and easy dinner, which is also pretty affordable. Everything, I think the most expensive thing that I have here is the meat that I will be using. I will be making oh, I'm saying a lot. I will be making, and then I say it again, I will be making steak tacos, traditional steak tacos. So I have the yellow corn tortillas, and then I have brown beef steak, onions, cilantro, limes, mozzarella cheese, and green onions. So I will be taking you guys with me and show you how I make that. Really simple, really easy, really quick. I have everything laid out on the counter here, and I'll show you guys in like 2 seconds. So I'm just gonna take you guys with me and show you how I make these tacos. Like I said, it's really affordable, it's really inexpensive, and there's only like 3 steps. So there's the meats, and then you're cutting up all of your sides, and then your shells if you want to cook them. I warm mines up because I like everything to be like toasty and the cheese to melt and everything like that. So I'm just gonna take you guys with me and show you how to make that, and continue to watch. Just have everything laid out so I know where everything is, and I'm not like trying to go back and forth into the refrigerator. I will put the cheese back in because I like it to be cold, but you can leave it out because if you're putting it on the tacos, and especially if you like warm up your shells and everything, it's gonna melt anyway. But I'm just gonna put it back in there because I don't want it to be like warm when I put it on. And then my meat, like I said, and this is the most expensive thing that I have, but I will say this will last about 2 to 3 days. So depending on how many people you're feeding, or how many tacos you're having, I usually do 3 to 4 tacos, and so this will last you a good while. And I do want to mention that it is for 2 people, so this is 2 people for 2 to 3 days with 3 to 4 tacos roughly. And of course that just depends on how much you're putting on there, how much meat you're using, and other like the sides and everything that you're using. So yeah, you can stretch it even longer if it's just you, or you're not eating as much. Hey guys, so I hope the lighting and everything is okay. The first thing that I do is I start with my meat. So again, it is the, make it focus for you guys, I have round beef chuck steak. I use this particular steak because it's smaller than, I mean, of course you can get smaller portions of other kinds of steak, but I use this one because it's smaller and it's easier for me to manage and fit in the skillet. I don't have to like cut it or anything like that. So I just use this one. It's also, when you cook it down, it also is easier to cut, which you guys will see later on in the video. So what I like to do is I like to start by washing the meat off, which is what I will show you guys, and then I just use a plastic plate to throw away because I don't want to keep it in the container that it was already in, but I also want to move it where I can season it and everything like that and get it ready to go into the skillet. And then while I am washing the meat, turn this off so you guys can hear me. While I'm washing the meat, I will take just a regular skillet, and then I will put a little bit of water in there, turn the stove on to about medium heat, and then let that start to preheat. So when I get done seasoning the steaks, it'll be ready to just throw in there and cook up, and then I'll show you guys what I do after that. steaks off, and then I'm just gonna take regular salt and pepper to season both sides of the meat. I know it looks like a lot, but once I've seasoned the meat, what I do is I take the bottoms and I use the tops of the other meats so that they get seasoned without having to flip and season and flip and season. I kind of just pat them down like this so that both sides are coated. This is just my charger cord. Try to move that out of the way a little bit so that you guys can see. The counter, I do bleach my counter and wipe it down. I spray it with Lysol and bleach and everything like that, so it is clean. So I'm gonna start. I usually start with my regular onion, so I'm gonna peel this, and then I'm gonna take out 2 little containers that I just got from the Dollar Tree. These are the lids for them, and they vent. You just push the side and they vent open, and you can press them close. So I'm going to get out the containers for those. One for the toppings, and then I use the other for the meat once it's finished and I cut it. Okay guys, so I have finished peeling the onion, and I'm just going to go ahead and take off just this one side. I try to get as close to the end here as possible, get as close as I can to save as much onion as I can. And then I just go through and I make small slices. That's about half the onion. Don't mind that. Obviously you guys don't have to use that much onion, but I love using onion while I cook. And then after I slice them about this big, a little bit smaller, some of the pieces are a little bit thinner, and then I just go through and I chop them in the opposite direction, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys so you can see what I mean. Part of the reason why I put water in there as well, to burn off some of the fat that is in there. And then I usually just go, and I'll show you guys that too, I usually just go and I'll add more water, and then I will just take all of the extra fat out so that the meat can just cook. And then I cut off the ends. Just because I'm OCD and I don't like when I have the ugly ends, like the pointy ends in there, so I just cut that off. there are all of my sides in there. Got my cilantro, my green onion, and my regular onion. My lime in there. Might as well. So I got this little bag. I think it was like $2 and there were like 10 limes in here. And now there's only 2. So, and I cut this 4 ways. It's pretty dry in there now, and you can see that the meat is starting to brown a little bit. But what I'm going to do, like I said earlier, is I'm going to get all of this extra fat out of here. So I'm going to add some water into this mixture, and then water into the skillet, and then I'm just going to get all of the extra excess fat out. So now I'm just going to put the meat back on here. I tried to get out as much fat as I could. And then I'm just going to let the meat crispen up a little bit more. And I will show you guys the finished result with that. And then we will move on to the shells. Okay guys, so as you can see, they're browning on one side. And I've flipped them already. So I'm just going to go ahead and take them out, and then I'm going to dry them off just to get all of the excess. I'm going to put them on a paper towel just to get all of the excess like juices and everything like that off of them. And then also so that I am able to cut them. And while I do that, while I start to do that, then I will put my shells in the same skillet. I will put my shells in the same skillet and let those start to cook. Shells that I use are the Mission yellow corn tortillas. And I think I'm going to do 3 tacos. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there so they can warm up a little bit. As you can see, they're kind of flimsy, you know, so but they're like hard, so I'm gonna put those in there so they can warm up. And while that is warming up, I am going to cut my tacos. So I'm gonna bring you guys back over here. Get some of the excess off, and I'm only going to cut 1 for right now, and then I will put the excess in these containers as well. So I use my hand, and yes, my hands are clean. I use my hand and I just cut it into strips. So go back and cut them horizontally to make the pieces smaller. That is it for the meat, so I'm just going to put it in the container. so this is the finished product. Got some Mexican style steak tacos here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment down below and let me know. Make sure you guys leave this video with a big thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on your notifications and your notification posts so you guys will be notified every time I upload a new video. And thank you guys so much for stopping by. Bye.
Oh yeah.